My name's Terri, and I work at 6th Street, and I love it. What I love most is that I work in an environment where I can actually get to know people and form relationships with them. That's wonderful, and also the staff, the people I work with, we are a unit, and we support each other, and that's super important to me. So that's what I love about being here.
My name is Stephen Bradley. I love working at 6th Street. The thing that I enjoy the most of all is just working with the different unique individuals that walk in here every day. They all have very hard lives that they've led, but they're all great in their own way, and they come in here and I really enjoy being able to meet with them and try to help them get back on their feet, and it's really rewarding work. It can be challenging at times, but I think the important thing is just being here for the youth when they're in the dire need and just hanging in there with them and trying to problem solve and just guide them in the right direction.
I'm Lauren Thomas, and I'm the program coordinator at the 6th Street Center. And my favorite thing about working at 6th Street, I think, is the youth that I get to meet. I feel really lucky to get to meet lots of really interesting, different young people in Chico and be a part of their lives in whatever way that ends up being. And I'm grateful to be working at a place where I know that we do really good work, and the team here, the staff here, are just really all great people and really supportive of each other and supportive of the youth. Every day is different, and that's fun, and lots of laughter here, and lots of just kindness amongst the youth, and I get to see lots of connections being made and lots of friendships being made, and that's really special.
My name's Johnny. I'm a case manager at the 6th Street Center for Homeless Youth. And I'd have to say some of my favorite things about working here, the staff. I think the staff is really supportive and mindful in how we interact with each other, but also with our clients and the people passing through. One of my other favorite things about it is the randomness of the people passing through. You hear like different stories, and it's really interesting. It's just a really interesting, fascinating job. I like it.
I'm here with Jennifer Barzey. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. At 6th Street Center for Youth. We're down here at 6th Street and Broadway, Chico, California. And Jennifer's graciously accepted to answer a few questions about the wonderful work they do here at the center. And I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So if you could kind of give us, I'm using a thumbnail, maybe it's more like a palm nail,
Okay.
on what the center does, that would be awesome.
Sure. 6th Street Center for Youth is a service center for homeless and at risk of homeless young people between 14 through 24 years of age. So we have a whole range of services here at the center, from basic needs like a shower and a laundry, safe place, to have some food, be able to use a computer, a place to get their mail, to more intensive services like working one-on-one with a counselor or case manager. We work pretty closely with a couple job development programs, or helping people get educational resources, really whatever it is that young person is needing.
And you do have some transitional housing programs too, correct?
We do. We have a couple of a transitional and a master lease, which is permanent supportive housing.
Mm-hmm. I guess maybe since I spoke with Lauren, maybe just a little ditty on that Tier 1 versus Tier 2, because that was kind of cool. The thing I hadn't...
Sure. The Tier 1... So the basic services for Tier 1 is somebody that is kind of just coming in. It's our engagement phase, like when we're just kind of getting to know them, and they are not specifically at this point looking for mental health services. And then Tier 2 would be someone that is actually needs the full gamut and is looking for the full gamut of what we have to offer, including mental health services.
And you guys do social work here, correct? And you assign them to like a social worker within 6th Street?
Yes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really neat program.
Yeah.
So what's your policy for minors?
So when a young person comes in to 6th Street that is a minor, we immediately recognize this as someone that we really need to connect with very quickly, and so they're high on our radar, so to speak. We are going to be meeting with them, trying to find out what's going on. So we're looking at what has led up to this young person becoming homeless, what is their current support system, immediate safety concerns, what's needed to get them off the street, that type of thing. There's certainly some different laws, which I won't go into all the laws because that's very technical and difficult to explain quickly around minor consent. But I guess what I would really want to share is that when a person under 18 comes in and we're having that discussion, we recognize that unless there's something going on at home that makes it unsafe or inappropriate for the young person to be there, that they need to be at home. So our goal is family reunification whenever that is appropriate and possible. Sometimes that's not the case. So first off, 6th Street is to be a safe place. And so if in talking with the youth we're able to determine that it would be potentially unsafe or inappropriate for that young person to return home or for us to even be contacting the parent, then we're not going to be doing that. That being said, we are mandated reporters here, so if it is a situation where the young person is reporting abuse or something that needs to be reported according to mandated reporting, we will be doing that. Less often, we encounter a youth that maybe has run away from home due to other situations, such as family conflict, things like frequent arguing with the parent or not liking the rules or wanting more freedom. Again, that's rare. That's rarely the case as to why a young person is on the streets. But in a situation like that, then we're going to be working with the young person and the parent or guardian to help resolve those issues and hopefully have the young person return to their home.
So what if a parent or guardian actually came in here and said, hey, such and such, I don't want them in 6th Street? What would be the policy for that?
It's going to be a case-by-case situation of really talking to that parent or guardian and finding out what's really going on, what the situation is, what are their reasons for not wanting their young person here, and also talking to the youth. And then again, really working with both of them to kind of get to the bottom of what's happening.
So even that isn't quote-unquote cut and dry.
It's not cut and dry, no.
Because this place is supposed to be a safe place, and it is. So it's kind of like in the scenario where you have this conversation and you feel it's safer for the youth to be able to be in here. It would seem like that's where you would lean.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to depend on all the factors involved because generally it's never simple.
That effect. Actually, it made me think of that Covenant House quote, with homeless youth, hours count. And it really does. The quicker you can get them, connected to services, or just get them off the street, so they're not buying heroin or sleeping under a bridge, or or being propositioned on a street corner. I don't think people really understand the urgency of it. Maybe you could add to that.
Also the urgency, absolutely, and in all aspects, like you're saying, and then particularly when you're talking about minors, for sure, that we know that the longer that somebody stays on the street, the harder it becomes to get off of the street.
What do you love about working here? You've been here since, I think if I remember your story, let me see. You worked here before it opened as an intern. So you've been here since the beginning. And when was that?
We opened in 2007.
Wow.
So, yes, I have been here all along. And obviously I'm still here. And it's, it's just a unique place. It's different every day. It's incredible to be able to work with the young people that come through here. And really an honor to be able to be a part of their life. And there's a lot of, people think, oh gosh, it would be so hard to work with homeless youth. And it is. And at the same time, there's a lot of laughter and a lot of fun that goes along with it too. So, and it's a really unique opportunity to be able to make a difference in these lives at such a critical time.